Hello 5-9 gamers, it's your boy Minato here, and I'm bringing you back with another Dokkan video. Of course, this time I am not alone. I am joined by the boy Gail Ryan. What's up, Gail? How's it going, man?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? We are here. Heroes information. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Yes, hola, ¿cómo estás? Indeed. So we have a lot of heroes units that we want to cover here, obviously, as you can see on the top of the screen. So let's go ahead and just kind of go over it. So firstly, we have the brand new Super Saiyan God Trunks Xeno right here. His stats are looking kind of low, which is definitely, a worry that you and Gail were talking about a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and talk about his details. So I'll cover it here specifically. But as you see, Trunks is leading the Dragon Ball Heroes category by Key 4 and 170% to stats, which is actually, I believe that's the best Dragon Ball Heroes category leader we have currently. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, it is. Definitely the best one we have.
Yeah, so I mean, the 4 key is nice for sure. I just feel like it's almost not needed necessarily, but I mean, it'll help for like units like this Trunks and say like if spoil a little bit, Mechikabura, they'll be able to link, they'll be able to work better together because of the key right there.
My only
Mhm.
big issue with them doing the Dragon Ball Heroes category leader is why though? Because I mean, I understand
Crossover is just
why,
better,
but
but like,
yeah, I was about to say it's like don't get me wrong. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's like you said, it's the best leader skill we have for the Dragon Ball Heroes category. Uh, but we've kind of realized this last year in itself that it kind of already got the whole category itself got invalidated by crossover. So to me, it's just like unnecessary for them to go in this direction. But hey, it's Dokkan Akatsuki. They always know what they're doing. We mortals should not talk about what they have in their minds. To be honest.
yeah, exactly that. I mean, I don't know. Again, it makes sense that he's a Dragon Ball Heroes leader based on his passive skill, which if we go into his
Yeah.
passive skill, Protector of Gods. Yeah, that's actually a cool name. He gets 30% attack and defense per Dragon Ball Heroes category ally on the team. And he gets an
Mm-hmm.
additional 100% attack and defense and a high chance of performing a critical hit when he's performing a super attack. You can also randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres when all allies attacking in the same turn are Dragon Ball Heroes category characters. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to say my opinion on this. I think he's going to be really, really good when you have a lot of Dragon Ball Heroes allies around him. However, that restricts him, and I personally don't like units that have restrictions where it's just like one single team, one single category. Although there's other Dragon Ball Heroes units on these other teams, it still restricts your team building and it makes them less viable across all of his teams because say maybe you don't have the units, or if you do have the units, what would constitute you running those units possibly over some other top tier units? And whenever those, since we don't really get heroes units too often, like eventually, like remember last year when the hero units came out and they were like super amazing, and then like 4 months later no one used them again. Like if that happens, the same thing with this God Trunks right here, which it might has a less chance of happening, I feel like, but it'll basically ruin his viability, like on say Bottom Master and Disciple or something like that.
No, I 100% agree. I think we were talking about this earlier on, and if we look at last year's set of units, the only ones we've gone on to use commonly, and this is me actually. I should specify that this is me, and I know Goresh as well mentioned it on one of the 5-9 streams as well and stuff like that. The one common unit I think everybody kept using was Intoa, but the rest of them were just there. I use SJ for Vegeta a little bit more, but even then, the rest of them just not used that much, right? So yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. I think the biggest flaws in him, apart from the restrictiveness, again, like I mentioned earlier on, his leader skill could have been something else as well. It could have been Dragon Ball Heroes and like say, okay, it could have been Dragon Ball Heroes Key plus 4 170, and then maybe say, I don't know, Defenders of Justice 150. Why not? Why not? Like that would have been also nice. I think it would have given an alternative to Defenders of Justice team as well. We only have Videl as the leader, and Trunks kind of fits that ideal of Defenders of Justice, especially Xeno Trunks. So I think they should have done that. Yeah, I have to agree. His restrictiveness is also pretty darn poor. You'll at least need, in my personal opinion, at least another 2 to 3 Dragon Ball Heroes units per team. Which again, it's not impossible, but that means you're all obviously going to have to, delegate 4 slots at least or 3 slots at least to Trunks and 2 other units minimum, right? So yeah,
Exactly.
it's just kind of like do you want that, or do you want to go for something a little bit more free flowing and whatnot? Still gonna be great on a Dragon Ball Heroes team, but beyond that, nah, I'm good. I'm very much good. Definitely not as impressive as. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get some massive attack stats and stuff when you put him on his ideal team and everything. But I felt last year's was a little less restrictive than what we're seeing here.
And I definitely agree. So just going over like his links and super attack effects real quick. He has a pretty good link set still. Warrior God, Super Saiyan, Cold Judgment, Patrol's Man, Prepared for Battle, Godly Power in First Battle. Again, a very, very solid link set for say like, Rama God's team or even Vegeta's family or, maybe not as Hybrid Saiyans as much, but Hybrid Saiyans will work fine like Cold Judgment, Fierce Battle, Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan, stuff like that. And his super attack effect, if we take a look here at his super attack effect, he does, just so I can open this in a separate tab, I have to click through all these, but he does raise attack and defense one turn. He does do immense damage, luckily, so that's going to help a lot to his damage, and he does steal super attack, so he could be an interesting option for a super battle road like stage for the Dragon Ball Heroes team. But again, I think an issue with him is that, like, there's so many units that are, even in this batch, to speak about it, there's so many units that are good across all of their teams and are consistent across all of their teams, and any category specific restriction or just something additional. He needs this unit, so yeah, I feel like, again, I don't want us to repeat ourselves too much, but that's basically our thoughts on God Trunks. Let us know what you guys think below. Again, he's still good. He's still very good on that Dragon Ball Heroes team, so don't mind that. So now we're moving on next to the Dark King Mechikabura. We'll go ahead and bring up his, information right here. If we just kind of pop these open, and I'm sorry if you hear my mouse clicking too. my mouse is a little.
No, those clicks are the what bring me joy. That's fine.
Yeah,
it's very satisfying. All right, so yeah, crossover category 130. Not really gonna be that usable. I mean, if you want a crossover leader, you'll still have Vegito. He should be in the general pool, by the way, as well. That is to say, Vegito and other older units as well. He obviously has. You're going to be looking at his passive skill more so as well now, which we'll get onto in a second. So, attack and defense 150 plus an additional attack and defense 80% when performing a super attack. So that's an automatic to 30% attack and defense right there and then. He gets an additional 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained, plus an additional attack and defense 80% with 2 or more AGL key spheres obtained, plus an additional attack 80% with 2 or more SR or Fizz key spheres obtained, and then an additional 80% defense with 2 or more Tech or Int key spheres obtained, and he recovers 8% HP per Rainbow key sphere obtained. He reminds me of Broly Trio, to be honest, and I really like that. This is something that they needed to bring back since Broly Trio, and I'm so happy that they finally are bringing it back. Obviously, it's going to be much better than Broly Trio as well, in my opinion, because you've got much better link sets as well as much better categories. What do you think, Minato?
I mean, I definitely agree there. He seems like a very strong unit. Even just baseline, 150% start of turn, and then 80% performing a super attack. With links such as like Big Bad Bosses, Godly Power, those type of links are going to really help that type of support, that type of passive skill. And being able to be a nuker on top of that for 20% per key sphere obtains, I think it's 80% based on the types you're like kind of collecting there together, and he heals as well. He just gets so much stats in his passive alone. It's very easy to get it. Like you give him some rainbow. If you have a rainbow key sphere changer around him, like I'm trying to think of a good rainbow key sphere changer for his teams, but honestly, actually, I can't really think of one off the top of our head. We need a new villain rainbow orb changer. But say in the Dragon Ball Heroes team, you have the God Trunks, right? He'll be providing all these rainbow orbs for him, and he's going to heal a lot. He's going to be able to, get this additional defense or attack based on the type of orbs you get. And he just seems very good. I wouldn't necessarily say the most consistent unit ever, especially if you don't have an orb changer around him. But if you somehow do get an orb changer around him, this guy could really pop off, and I really like that a lot. He's on a nice amount of teams as well for villains. Like, he'll help Time Travelers, Resurrected Warriors, Terrifying Conquerors. I like him a lot. He definitely seems like a very good guy.
I'm trying to think. 1 second. Let me see which categories this unit is on, because there's one unit in particular. We looked at Master of Magic and we were talking about it, and that is Tech Janemba. But now that I'm looking at it, they don't share a single category, so that's out of the window already. Sadly, unfortunate.
Yeah, you do hate to see it there. Um,
We had one hope. We had one hope, and now they're not. It's not there anymore. Unfortunate.
mhm.
But yeah, it's we'll have to wait and see. He's still very interesting. I think Resurrected Warriors. You do have a couple of options, of course. I mean, if we want to include units like SSJ3 Angel Goku, he's on Res Warriors, right? But I mean, that's a Super Warrior, not extreme, so it's kind of awkward there. But yeah, there will be options. On I We'll just have to figure them out as we go along, I suppose.
Yeah, and one last thing I just want to cover here is super attack effect. He raises attack, he does supreme damage, so keep in mind it's only supreme. And he does debuff enemies' attack and defense. So again, a pretty solid super attack effect. I obviously would prefer for him to raise defense. Raising attack, I feel like it's not the greatest thing ever, but we'll take anything, honestly. Again, he seems like a very interesting unit, and a unit that you want to think about using. It adds another depth to, like, okay, I want to get these type of orbs, or maybe this time I can't get the Agio orbs for the attack and defense, so maybe I want to prioritize the defense or the attack. It can be very interesting to see how you kind of plan it out, and especially if you're able to get a rainbow orb changer with him. It'll be pretty pog up. So next we have Pan Xeno, the strong warrior. um like Goresh says, well, blazing speed right here. I mean, this pan is actually pretty good. If you don't mind, Gail, can I go ahead and just kind of speak about this pan right here?
Be my guest. Let's get right into it.
All right, perfect. She's actually a crossover category leader of Key 3 and 150% to HP attack and defense. So the only other crossover category lead is Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta from last year, which he does give 170%, but again, if you don't have him, you could definitely run this pan. She's definitely, like, just spoil her passive, she's definitely good enough to run as a leader for this crossover category team, I feel like, and she's also a support type unit. So if we move on to her passive skill, she gets 140% attack and defense at the start of turn, which is definitely a solid start of turn buff. She gives Dragon Ball Heroes category allies Key 3 and 40% attack and defense, which the Dragon Ball Heroes category, again, with all these units coming out, again, it helps God Trunks, it helps this pan specifically because it allows her to be supporting all those units around her. She has a 50% chance to crit. She has a 50% chance to dodge. For each dodge she does, she gets another 50% defense, which again is multiplicative, so it goes against this 140% defense at the start of turn, and essentially this could get really strong considering she has links like All in the Family, for instance, which is a pretty big 20% defensive link right there. So I mean, who she works well with? All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage, Fierce Battle. These are three pretty good links for a certain pretty good hybrid Saiyan unit. That's all I'm gonna say there. She also, again, the dodging is very useful and it's very good utility. She also gets an additional 50% attack and defense per heroes category ally, self-excluded, attacking in the same turn. Now this, I feel like this is just something additional that they throw on there that make her really, really powerful on the heroes team. Again, I feel like there's
the GT units.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
It reminds me of the GT units, GT Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, I feel like, again, this is something additional that you can get that, she has all of this already, so this is just something like a cherry on top. Well, again, if I go back to here, again, I'm sorry, the God Trunks design just bothers me, but if you go back here, he needs this. Well, for example, like Pan doesn't need this, for example. She has a pretty solid link set. She's on 7 category teams, which is, I feel like, I would like units to, it's a good average for 7 category teams, because there's like 70 categories in the game now or something.
Anything more than 4 is fine to me, to be honest. As long as there's literally more than 4, you're good enough in my books.
I can see that. I mean, I like 7 or more personally, but again, she'll be help to like youth, time travelers, crossover defenders of justice, Dragon Ball Heroes as well. She's gonna be a staple on that team. And I feel like across of all her teams, like, you're gonna use her. I feel like she's actually, it's very meta relevant because she has that Whis ability, like that Whis dodge and then get extra defense ability, or like UI Goku has the same one. It's just so powerful. It's like you need to use it. And her super attack effect, she also has a high chance to stun, so she's gonna be like a super battle road monster. And I like this pan a lot, actually. I think she seems pretty good. What do you think, Gail?
I mean, yeah, Whis 2.0, baby, let's get it. Very, very good unit. Like you said, don't really need her to be on a Dragon Ball Heroes team. She will obviously thrive on said team, but not necessary. Absolutely not necessary whatsoever. Yeah, no, probably the best unit we've seen out of all the three, in my personal opinion, so far. In terms of the most stable one you could rely on,
I
probably,
would
I would say
agree.
it's her.
She seems much more consistent compared to the other two units. Like
Yeah,
she's pan. No matter what, you're gonna get pan, or
yeah.
if you're on the heroes
Again,
team, she's stronger. So
yeah, I will say I'm always like very iffy on units that have a chance to do something. I've always been that way. It's the same reason why I personally don't rate S tier UI and AGL UI as highly as some other people do. But at the same time, even if there is a chance, it's still a chance to do something. And on top of that, her existing, you know, uh, parts or parts of her passive, I should say, or her existing skill set is still good enough to carry you through most events.
I think the one thing to consider about that is like even if you as long as you get like a dodge or two off at first, I feel like her defense is going to get so high that even if you don't really get the dodges off, she'll still tank well even if those passives don't proc, and then at that point
Yep.
she'll be tanking well and have a 50% chance to take no damage, so she's going to be pretty good.
True, true, true.
That's why I like that type of design in the passive right there, even though it's a
Mhm.
chance. Like I don't necessarily like chances, but at least there's some guarantee thing behind it, if that makes sense.
Yep, yep. Agreed.
So we do have two new support type units as well. Well, technically new, but these are awakenings from previous units. So I'll go ahead and just speak about it. These two units basically very similar, just pretty much the same. So it's a Goku and it's this Vegeta right here. So we'll just look over the Goku first. He gives a Goku family category key 3 and 1/3% to stats. Again, not really needed. You probably don't need a Goku family leader. I feel like there's a billion of
Not
them.
anymore.
He gets 120% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets another 100% attack when there's a Goku family category ally in the team. Very easy to get. And he gives Goku family category allies key 2 and 40% attack and defense. Now again, I feel
Yeah.
like this is actually pretty good because Goku family doesn't really have like a very modern, great Goku family specific support type unit. We
Mhm.
did get the physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan EZA recently, but like a good standard Goku family specific support type unit. The only one we had is that free to play one from the what was it, the 200 million,
Cell
250
Saga.
million? Yeah, the 250
Yeah, the
million
Cell Saga
download.
one.
Which is
Goku
like
Gohan.
what, 3 years ago now? So
Yeah, it's about to be.
yeah, 2 3 years ago or something like that. So it's been quite some time. He's definitely not like as good as he used to be. He has a great link saying, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, Kamehameha, Experienced Fighters, Prepared for Battle, Shannon Limit, even Patrol. A lot of these units have Patrol. And he's on, what, like 9 category teams? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Goku family units on these teams. Don't you think so, man? Uh,
There's a Goku family on every team, so it's fine. I
yeah,
mean, it's
pretty
completely
much.
okay.
I mean, he.
Because like the one thing you're gonna be using in this, especially with this guy, probably you could run. If I'm not mistaken, I mean, I'd have to look into it because I don't like, remember the Goku's exact link set, but the Xeno SJ3 Goku would probably work extremely well with this guy, right? So pair him up. They probably would share a majority of their links. I would have to actually double check, but yeah, I mean, it's a really good unit, and we've been anticipating these guys. We were hoping they'd get it last year, and we thought they would go Super Saiyan 4. They didn't. They didn't, and we're getting it now instead. But it's still good. They're still Super Saiyans. It's really cool, and I like it. I like it. Of course, the second unit we're talking about is Vegeta, but we'll get onto that in a second. But yeah, Goku's really solid. Go ahead, Minato.
Yeah, and there's one last thing I want to add again, the super attack effect right here. The greatly raising attack and defense, it's a permanent stack 50%, and he has a high chance of stun as well. That makes him good for short events and long events, because 50% chance of stun and the stacking for long events. Again, he's going to be a pretty nice unit, a pretty solid unit. I think he's going to be one of the better floaters in the game, most likely. For like, with the Vegeta, we'll just kind of cut to the chase. He's pretty much the same as the Goku, in terms of his passive,
Yeah.
except that he's Vegeta family. Now again, Vegeta family is a team that more so I feel like needed support than the Goku family. I feel like the only thing the Vegeta family category team was missing was a support type unit, and now we have that. So he's gonna be pretty good. I feel like that Vegeta family specific team. His link skills are the same. It's just royal lineage and prodigies instead of Super Saiyan and Kamehameha. Just more so Vegeta teams and the same super attack effects. So I mean, not much else to say right there. Pretty much the same things I said about Goku. I feel like.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I think Vegeta family definitely needed a support more than Goku's family. But I mean, hey, it's still always nice to get one. Finally, even if it took a long time. Hopefully these are featured units, of course. They are getting awakening, so they most likely will be featured. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it a lot, and looking forward to pulling. I mean, I already have Vegeta. I'm more forward to pulling Goku. There we go.
Hmm. And yeah, moving on to the next one there, we do have Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Xeno right here. And again, it's basically going to be almost the same thing right here with him and this Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So we'll kind of just go ahead
And
and
it's the
bring
same
them
thing with
both up.
Vegex as well. Pretty sure Vegex is also very similar.
Yeah, Vegex is similar, but he's not like, these two units are designed to work together. So we'll kind of speak about them in a pair, then we'll kind of go over Vegex there. But
All right,
I'll
go
let
for
you
it.
go ahead and take it away.
All right, so we have obviously this is Go. Wait, are we on Gohunks or Gotenks? I keep forgetting which one we're on.
This is
So Gohunks.
Gotenks.
Oh, this is Gotenks. Okay, Gotenks. There we go. Got there in the end. Yeah, I keep mixing all of them up. To be honest, I don't remember which type is what. But of course, he's a Super AGL type leader. Key +3 attack on defense, HP attack and defense 100%. Passive skill is elusive Super Warrior. Attack and defense 120 plus an additional attack and defense 30% with each super attack performed up to 120. He launches an additional super attack guaranteed when there is another Dragon Ball Heroes category ally attacking in the same turn, or when the target enemy is stunned, or when the target enemy is sealed, or target enemy super attack is sealed. He obviously has links of Super Saiyan, Over in a Flash, The Innocence, Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, Kamehameha, Shattering the Limit, 9 categories as well. Very nice, I must admit. Gonna benefit the Fusion team quite a bit as well, mind you. So very nice in that. He obviously raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and most importantly, to me personally, especially on SBR, he lowers attack and defense, which is extremely useful. I like it. I really like this Gotenks quite a bit. He obviously does need another Dragon Ball Heroes ally on the team. It's why we said, Gohanks is the best partner for him. Overall, the guaranteed additional super attack will help him out a lot in getting that passive rolling. It will probably take, up to turn 3 at minimum, because if he comes in turn 1, you're going to launch 2 super attacks, assuming you launch 2 super attacks. Then you launch another 2 super attacks in the second time he comes around, which will be turn 3. That's when he'll get his max passive. Worst case scenario, it'll be turn 8, assuming you don't have a Dragon Ball Heroes category ally on the team. So depending on the situation, he's either extremely good and will be able to get going immediately, or he'll take some time. Minato, what do you think about him?
I mean, I think again, if you're going to run this guy, you're probably just going to run him next to the Super Saiyan 3 Gohenks. It does restrict him a little, needing a Dragon Ball Heroes category ally in the same turn. But again, they do share basically every single same category together, except for Kamehameha, I believe might be a category that they don't share. I'd have to double check there. So yeah, they don't share the Kamehameha category. But outside of that, again, they share every single other team. They have the same link set. And if we take a look here, they do have the same passive skill, except that this guy might be a little better because he just requires the enemy to be in attack or defense down. They have amazing link sets, Over in a Flash, Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, Shattering Limit, Super Saiyan, all they share. This guy having Cold Judgment and this guy having Kamehameha right there. Those are two pretty good links as well. Overall, I feel like, they will be able to build up pretty fast if you're able to get their additionals off, especially with this 30% raise on super attack. Like, after super attacking, they could easily, I could see them be easily over 230k defense easily after they super attack and get all these buffs, which again is very, very powerful. You just need those specific buffs. But yeah, not much else to say about them. They're pretty simple and straightforward. I feel like, you just want to get additionals with them and attack a lot and have the enemy debuffed. So we'll kind of go ahead and close these out here. And we'll move on to the last unit, which is Vegex right here. So this is STR. This is a fusion of Vegeta and Trunks. However, they're actually not on the Vegeta family category team, which always annoyed me. So if we take a look here at their passive skill, they get 120% attack and defense at the start of turn. They get an additional 100% attack when performing a super attack. They have a chance to perform a crit plus 10% with each super attack they do, up to 50%. They launch an additional super attack if the enemy is an attack down, defense down, stunned, or sealed. So that reminds me of how they changed Goku and Frieza. They have a very good links to, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, Royal Lineage, Power Restored by God, and Shattering Limit. And they're on 7 category teams, which again is pretty nice. I mean, their super attack effect, they stack defense as well. So, I mean, they seem like a pretty good unit right here.
Yeah, no, they definitely seem like a decent unit for sure. I would personally say I prefer the other two. I'm not gonna front, but that's not to deny these guys aren't bad either. You can use this guy in tandem with one of the other ones as well, because he does take advantage of an attack down or defense down, or when an enemy's stunned or sealed to get that additional super, right? So you're gonna use him in the slot two position more so compared to the other two guys, that where you can kind of interchange their position, right? He needs to be in a slot two position to get that additional super off, or have somebody else have done it in the previous turn, right, where they've already stunned or sealed an enemy or something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of iffy. The other thing as well is that unlike the other units where they can launch an additional super attack, assuming they have another heroes category ally on the team, this guy needs to have those conditions of an attack down, defense down, stun, or seal, which can only primarily do in SBR and in certain stages of battlefield. So that also kind of is like but still, he's a really solid unit overall. He stacks defense, which is really strong. He gets a additional attacking defense 100% off rip just by performing a super attack. Another reason why you would want him to be a slot 2 unit again. So yeah, they've definitely made him to be a slot 2 unit, but still very solid, I think. Very, very solid.
Yeah, I agree. I like him. Again, he's consistent, and being able to get up to a 50% chance to crit as well could be very good for those long events. He's definitely a longer event type unit, which, I like that he's designed specifically to be a long event type unit as well. He's not restricted to a specific team either, so again, I like it. I like all these hero units so far. If I would say I had to pick a favorite, actually, funny enough, again, I think the one I'm going to be probably using the most often, funny enough, is Pan, which, it's a huge meme, the strongest warrior, Pan Xeno, but she ended up actually being really good as expected, probably. What about you, Gail? What unit do you think, you would pick that's the cream of the crop here?
I have to agree with you. Pan has to be the cream of the crop here. I cannot believe they've just literally made Beast 2.0. For those of you who play Legends, you guys must have seen that Goku Black assist unit, or Zamasu assist Goku Black unit. That's we've been calling basically Vados 2.0. Another Angel has been replaced, but this time in Dokkan Battle, it seems like, right? Another thing is, of course, I feel like Pan is a little bit more usable as well compared to Whis in terms of like teams wise, right?
Yes,
Because
and
Whis is
Links
very
too.
much links wise as well, exactly. So I feel like it's really good in this case as well. The two units I feel like will go under the radar and aren't being, I mean, they will be shown a lot of love because of what they are and what they support, but I feel like they'll just go under the radar because of the disappointment with the other units. And that is, of course, Vegeta and Goku. I think they're going to be really solid. I'm very much looking forward to trying to pull them. Obviously, one more thing we should note as well, Minato and I, we've been kind of waiting it, and we were kind of hoping that during the recording they'd show up, but they haven't. We don't have information about Robelu and Supreme Kai of Time Brainwash, so who knows how good they can be. They might be even better than any of these units, right? Both JP and Global haven't shown them off, so it's kind of interesting to see why they're holding that information back, right?
I mean, Rubella I could see because she's just an SSR. Same with the Supreme Kai of Time. They're not awakening, so it's possible that you're just not showing them because they're only
Maybe.
SSRs. And regarding the Poutine, there's also a Poutine free to play unit coming, but again, she's free to play. So yeah, we'll just wait and see. The data download should be later today. So we'll see those units kits anyway today. So yeah.
Well, at least we'll be able to see it. By the way, we will be able to see it because Global still doesn't have version C, so safety net isn't enabled on Global yet.
I
JP,
mean,
however,
on JP, we'll still be able to see it. People,
yeah, but
I'll just say
it
people
will
know how to
take
go,
time.
but
Yeah, it will be, but Global would be probably easier to access as well at this point in time versus JP's safety net shenanigans that they have to go around. And
yeah, I definitely see that. So yeah, we'll kind of call it a video here, guys. It's been definitely a long one, so thank you all for staying until the end. If you did, feel free to let us know which hero unit is your favorite personally, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.
bye bye.